Space tourism. In the Great Victorian Age, space tourism was considered a dream of the lunatics. But in the modern times, it is no longer the outlandish vision of science fiction. Dennis Tito surprised the world when he paid $20 million to the Russian space agency to enjoy the adventure of the space flight in Soyuz. Some reports denounced his profligacy while others eulogized his adventurous spirit. Whatever be the social or moral constraints, his private visit created sensation in the world. Overnight, Tito became the hero of the youth, and a plethora of articles appeared in the newspapers. The TV channels worldwide televised special features to report the historical visit of Tito. Many others also expressed their willingness to visit space, and soon the agency had no room to offer till many years later. It is a mind boggling experience of thrill and awe to look at the earth from space and to enjoy weightless. Business tycoons are quite optimistic about the future prospects of space tourism, and the days are not far off when it would be a lucrative industry in the world of business. Several space tourism companies are planning to build suborbital vehicles and orbital cities within the next 2 decades. They believe that space tourism industry has $10 billion potential per annum. Richard Branson is launching a new commercial space tourism venture called Branson Space Company. Virgin Galactic is now planning to start passenger service in VSS Enterprise. Each passenger will have to undergo 3-day rigorous training before the launch. The companies are also engaged in developing low cost passenger launch vehicles to enable the middle classes to enjoy the thrill of the space flight. Several companies such as Space Adventures, Virgin Galactic, Star Chaser, and Blue Origin have obtained license to transport the civilians to the orbit and to carry out space tourism. Experts predict that space tourism has a good future and will soon become a mass market business like aviation today. As in the case of tourism on Earth, there will be a small high end segment for the rich, but the majority will be middle class customers. Until access is cheap, volumes can't be generated to use the potential in the space to the fullest. Tourism can generate large scale launch activity needed to reduce costs. Commercial space activity includes satellites being used for communications, broadcasting, and photography. There are conservatives who say developing space tourism is very difficult and will take a long time, so leave it to the government space agencies. Although the government have been spending billions on space activities, they could not launch vehicles for the public so far. Yet, we should not feel pessimistic about the space tourism industry. Like any other business, once the industry gets started, it will develop progressively. It is now passing through high priced pioneering phase. After some years, the prices are bound to get slashed as the number of tourists rise. The service will be nearer to adventure travel and will be as safe. Very shortly, Orbital flights will depart from many different airports and orbital facilities will grow, making space tourism popular and affordable. It is expected that ticket prices will go south a decade or two. Hence, when 1 million passengers per year would start traveling. Some companies are planning to build hotels in space. But what would a space hotel actually look like? Hotels in orbit would provide the services you expect from a hotel on the Earth: private rooms, meals, and bars. But in addition, they would offer two unique experiences: splendid romantic view of the Earth and space, and the endless entertainment of living in zero gravity. Spacewalking will be another thrilling experience. Prominent architects have designed space hotels. Zero gravity allows you a lot flexibility in shape and size. It is indeed a wonderful mystical experience to live in zero gravity. Tourists can experience living in a rotating hotel. People don't have to sleep too much. Living in zero gravity, they will have ample time to relax in a bar, enjoying the scene of the earth and the space. The small gravitational pull of the rotating space city could even allow space tourists to walk around normally within the city. Hotels in space would be eco friendly, making use of energizing solar cells. Waste would be stored within the building and decomposed of periodically. Experts believe that far more people will be able to tour space as visitors and ticket price will not be a hazard. The number of vehicles would grow and space tourism industry would face tough competition. The price war is bound to benefit the passengers. Space tourism has excited producers of the Hollywood film industry. Many producers are planning to shoot films in space. Space criminal stories, space love stories will add new flavor and are likely to be box office hits. It is reported that wide range of sports facilities would be made available for tourists. Terrestrial sports such as table tennis, badminton, tennis would be easily available. A zero gravity water room where you could throw lobs of water at each other will provide unique romantic thrill. Space is no longer confined to research or military activities, and the day is not far off when space tourism would become popular like the aviation industry. However, conservatives express their apprehensives. Why should anyone want to go there? They ask. There is nothing there. No air, no shops. It is just cold, dark nothing. But for those who have been to orbit, there are spectacular scenes of wonder, mystery, and romance. In space, stars do not twinkle. They are brighter and closer and clearer. Space offers unique pleasure, including the view and zero gravity activities that provide a wide range of things to do on an orbital holiday, including space sports. Space tourism industry has bright future.